Good morning everyone, it's Thursday the 20th of June. Welcome to another one of Alan's Angling Adventures. The first one of a brand new river season. And to say I'm excited is a real understatement. I really cannot wait for this to get going. I've had a bit of trouble getting up here, not today, but I was originally coming up here on Sunday. But I didn't feel too good last week. And also the wind was blowing a gale down here on Sunday, so I decided to give it a miss. So I thought I'd go Wednesday, which was actually my birthday yesterday. Got as far as Bramber on my bike, and I got my first ever puncture. That's the first puncture I've had in the 6 years that I've been fishing up here. I couldn't believe it. I got in a bit of a mess with it. I couldn't fix it, so I got home with it. I got my daughter-in-law actually to come and pick me up from outside Bramber Castle yesterday. Take me home and I got it all sorted out. The pump, my hand pump wasn't working, that was the issue. I put a new inner tube in, but I couldn't pump it up, the hand pump wasn't working. So yesterday afternoon I went down to Halford's and got a new hand pump, which I've got with me now, just a little light one, which should do the trick. Hopefully it should be alright now. I've got a brand new inner tube in there. Anyway, I finally got here today, and today is going to be a session after Tench or Bream. That's what I'm going to be after today. See if we can catch one. Just one I'd be well happy with. It's so great to be on the river again, it really is. You know, I know it's not that long that the close season goes on for, but I really do miss it. And coming up here today, conditions look brilliant. They do look really good. The colour of the water is really, really good. And we've got some lily pads here. So time wise it's 12:15. I'm going to be fishing throughout the afternoon into the evening. It is semi-tidal up here, as you know. You can have a problem with the tide up here, as I have had before when it's a big tide. Now I think it's a 5 metre one tide today, and it's high tide, or it should be high tide, roughly speaking, around 1 o'clock. And I say it's 12:15 now. And anyway, to do the trick, what we're going to be doing today, I'm going to be fishing on the feeder today. I'm going to start off on the feeder, certainly for the first few hours, and I'll run you through my setup in a minute. I'm also going to set my float rod up later, because I've chosen, I'm blessed with swims up here today. I didn't know which one to go for. As I say, I'm at Betley Bridge. I'm on the east side of the bank, and I'm way up from where the bridge is itself. I've fished up here many times on the float and done very well with silverfish. And I have, I've been up here before when I've seen Bream and Tench feeding up here. So this is where I'm kicking off today. Bait wise, I've got blessed with all sorts of baits today, but I haven't brought maggots with me. I haven't brought maggots today because I don't really want to be pestered too much by silverfish or by small fish. Although I know the Tench, they certainly go for red maggots, but I haven't got them today. So bait wise, this is what I've got. I've got 3 tubs of worms there, 3 tubs of worms, dendrobinas. Right, I've got half a pint of casters, got those, tin of sweet corn there. I've got hemp to go in the ground bait, which I'll show you in a minute. And I've also got with me that bacon grill luncheon meat, which I might turn to. It's a good mix, it's a good combination with hemp luncheon meat, so I might try that later. But we'll see how it goes, see how it pans out as the session goes on. Ground bait, I've got this Dynamite Big Fish explosive caster feeder mix with milled casters, and that is for carp, bream, tench, chub and barbel. So hopefully that might do the trick. I don't know, but that's what we're going to be using. And with that I'm going to be adding some hemp and just a few casters, not many because it's already got milled caster in it, and chopped worm. I should be chopping up some worms to go in the feeder. Right, now then, I'll run you through the rod I'm using. I'm using my normal Omni Feeder Rod, 8 foot, with a Shimano RB2500 fixed spool reel, £6 mainline, which I think is Matrix. There. Right, the feeder, which is here, is a 15-gram Drennan feeder. Now I have got a combination of feeders up here. I could use a 12, which is a smaller one, but I thought I'd go for this one, a 15-gram Drennan feeder with a couple of large gripper stops there in between. Now I can open them up or whatever I want to do, you know, whatever suits me really, whatever I feel is working best. And that little feeder has got a tiny little swivel there, which I've put the main line through. Now the main line, then I've got a loop there, and then I've got a hook length here onto the main line, which is, the main line's £6, the hook length is 5, Drennan Fluorocarbon. And then at the end of the hook length I have got a size 14 wide gaped Drennan Barbless hook there. That's what I've got. So that's what we've got, and I've got probably about, the hook length itself is probably about 14 inches, maybe 15, and then I've got a further, well I might shorten that actually, but in fact I will a bit, bring that down a bit. So all in all, from the feeder to the hook itself, you're probably talking about not far short of 2 feet actually, not far short of 2 feet. So it's a 15-gram feeder, Drennan feeder. Right, that's that. Now we'll start fishing in a minute. I'm not quite ready yet. I will set up a float rod later on in the afternoon, because you'll see in a minute the swim I'm fishing. I've got lily pads to my right hand side close in. I might use them later on to fish on the float if it's not working on the feeder, because I don't know what's going to work on the day. I don't know whether the float's best or the feeder's going to be best, but you'll see the swim I'm fishing in a minute. And I'm going to be casting over to the far side to my left, where there's some cover and it's on a slight bend, and that's where I'm hoping the tench are. As I've looked, there's 4 or 5 swims up here that look brilliant, all got lily pads, all fishable, but you've got to make a choice, and I've chose this one, rightly or wrongly, and we'll see how it goes. So we're after a tench and a bream today, and I'm going to get everything else ready down there. I've got a keep net with me, just in case, because I don't quite know what we're going to be catching. I'm hoping to catch a tench or bream, but that's the target. Obviously I tried for that at West Town Farm, but I failed on that attempt, but we'll see how this one goes. But if we don't catch one, let's have a good session anyway. We're here till early evening. I'm probably going to stay here till around 7, half 7 into the evening. 20 past 12 now. It's quite warm, but there is a lot of cloud cover as well. It's better when that cloud cover comes over actually. So anyway, we're going to get make sure we're all set up and ready to start fishing, and I'll see you down on the bank in a minute, and I'll show you the swim that I'm fishing. See you in a minute. Right, this is the swim we've got. Now I'm going to be targeting over there, over that far side. There's some cover over there, a bit of cover over there, and it is slightly on a bend over that far side. And then to my right hand side there, as you can see, I've got lily pads. Now I'm anticipating there's every chance a tench could be holding out down there. So what I will do throughout the afternoon, I will feed this here, as well as feeding the swim where I'm obviously using the feeder. I'll feed down there, so that later on probably late afternoon possibly, I will try or give the float a go down there if it's not working on the feeder. But there again, it may well take until the early evening to start getting Tench or Bream bites. I don't know. We might not get any at all. But anyway, that's the plan anyway. So I've got two options. You know, I can float fish down here next to the lily pads, over depth. But that's much later. So we're going to start off by fishing over that far side there with the feeder. Time wise, it's just gone 12:30 now, so let's get cracking. Right, let's start fishing. Now, you're probably not going to get me in my face in shot because of the nature of the swim, the way it is. I can't get me, to do that I'll have to spend all my time kneeling down. I don't really want to do that. So anyway, we're going to kick off with a worm. I've baited the swim up. We're going to kick off with a worm on a size 14 Barbless. The first session on the river, and we'll see how it goes. Boy, have I been looking forward to this, really have. I suppose I'll be baiting up. I've already put about 4 or 5 balls of ground bait out there. Not big sizes, but you know, enough to get them interested if there's anything there. Right, let's see how we get on then. The first cast of the new river season after a tench or a bream. So we're kicking off on worm. Straight away bites. I imagine. Oh. Ooh. Blimey, first cast. No idea what it is. It feels half decent. I know though. I think it's a bream, first cast, and it's a nice one if I can get it in. They do fight more than they do on the still waters though. But what a bonus this is, first cast, if I can get it. Oh, it's a nice one. That was a nice one. do put up a scrap. Yes, yes, no. Blimey. It's a nice bream. Oh, crikey, what a difference this is to passes. Yes, I've got a. Oh, what a lovely bream. First cast. Tactics spot on. Brilliant. Ah, brilliant stuff. Cool. Of course, a cracking bream. Now, my best bream so far has been £4 8 ounces. That's my PB. This could beat it. It could do, but we'll see. Right, I'll get her out and then I'll show her to you in a minute. Brilliant what a stuff. Slab this is. It really did put up a fight as well. £4 4 ounces. Brilliant stuff. First cast. Oh, I got the tactics spot on this morning. Well, it's afternoon now. But yeah, brilliant. So the first of the species that we're after, a bream of £4 4 ounces. Oh, she weighs, she's quite big, chunky. Quite put up a scrap that did. What a difference to catching these at somewhere like Passie's Pond. They come in like, oh, they come, still mate, not much longer. They come in like a sack of spuds, don't they, at Passie's? But here, blimey, great stuff. Right, let's get her back because she is dying to get back in that water. There we go then. So we're off the mark with a bream of £4 4 ounces. Brilliant. That's on worm. Oh, what a cracking start that was. Blimey. That was worth coming up here for alone, just that. First cast as well. Blimey. I wasn't sure what it was to begin with, judging by the bite. But you know, I know they do catch some. You do get some nice bream up here. Let's see if we can get another one. It's so refreshing when you've got your tactics spot on. You know they're working. Right, pack that groundbait feeder again. Try and get her in the same spot again if we can. I didn't put her in the keep net. I didn't put her in the keep net. Now that bite was instant, straight away. It was straight away, that bite. Oh, it's quite warm now. Oh, great. £4 off my biggest. As I said to you just now, what a difference. You know, what a difference. You know, when they fight in the river. So much better than they do on these commercial fisheries. There's another touch there. Definitely interest. Great to get that first cast though, blimey. Phew. Was it? It's just gone 1 o'clock now. We've got all afternoon. Did probably disturb the swim a bit. Right, I'll get back to you if there's any more action. Quite a few plucks and definitely fish down there. think the secret is to keep getting that ground bait out there. Oh, I think we're in again. Blimey. Oh, this feels decent as well. Oh, blimey. Ah, lost it. Bugger. Blimey. That felt bigger than the first one. Right, let's get out there again. This is, don't know what that was, but it was decent. Definitely decent. The hook pulled out. I think it might have been another bream. It felt a bit like a bream. Secret is just keep getting this feeder out in the same spot. There we go. It's a shame I couldn't have got that one in. Well, it's two, in the first two casts I've had a bream and lost one, or lost something. Now I've got another feeder rod with me if it starts getting a bit scary on this rod. I've also got two landing nets with me because the one I used just now, I only just about got that bream in that landing net, so I've got a bigger one with me. So if I need to use that next time, I will. So I came up here last Sunday to just have a look round to make sure it was, what it was like up there for fishing, and it looked absolutely brilliant. But of course that was the close season, and when I got up here, I noticed a couple of people fishing right by Betley Bridge when they shouldn't have been. That's the second time I've seen that now in my travels. Yeah, fishing right by where the old willow tree's been cut back by the bridge. Last Sunday this was. Someone fishing at Streatham as well today on my way over here by the sluice. I say weather today dry, temperatures up to around 21, light to moderate winds, perfect really. A lot of variable clouds which I like. Oh, nothing else yet since that bream and that lost fish, whatever it was, on the second cast. Nothing else since then yet. Whew. Yeah, cocktail, so I came up here last Sunday just to have a look round, just to make sure, because I knew this is where I was going to be fishing on my first session. So I wanted to make sure that it was fishable, that it was fine, you know, and it was. So at the moment you're sport for choices as far as swims are concerned up here on this stretch. And I never see anyone fishing. The only people I've seen fishing up here when I've come up here are pike anglers roaming the bank. I haven't seen anyone else. You know, all the times I've fished up here, I've never seen anyone else fish up here. Obviously they probably do, but I don't quite know what it's like for parking up here. I don't know where. I mean, if you've got to park by the railway inn, blimey, that's a flipping walk from there. As I say, I've got my float rod with me, which I might set up later on. So I was going to put that fish in the keep net, but I decided not to. You saw it anyway, you know, so. Especially if I'm going to be here for any length of time like that, you know. Of course, we're fishing on worm at the moment. That's what's done the trick, but I've got plenty of other baits to try. I've even bought a couple of slices of bread with me and pellets if I need them. Oh, we've got worm topped off with double caster now, so you can try all these different cocktails to see what's working. I was hoping that Bream was going to hit £5, but it didn't. But it was certainly a slab, no doubt about that. There's a bite. That's a bite. That's a bite. Not sure what it is. It's not. Not sure if it's still there. It is still there. I mean, judging by the bite, it doesn't look very big, but there again, that Bream I had, the bite wasn't. Yeah, it's on there. It's not very big. This time it isn't very big. It's a roach. It's a roach. Mr. Roach. Mr. Roach. Took the light into my worm and caster cocktail. There we are, mate. You can go in the net. There we are. There we are. It's not what we're here for, but you know, it's a fish and it's on the river. Right. That's not very big. Not a bad one though. It's a rudd. So third species of the session. So we've had a bream, a roach, oh, keep still mate, and now a rudd. So that was on corn and worm. There we are. Right, let's keep going as far as as far as species are concerned up here on this stretch. You can get it all up here, apart from barbel of course, but everything else is up there. Yeah, I can't. I've been waiting to get out on this river. Flipping brilliant. This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about for me. This is what makes it all worthwhile, you know. You come up here, catch a nice fish on the first cast like that. Could have had a second. Wish I knew what it was. No, we're in. Not sure what it is. It's on double caster. What this one is. It's a nice fish, whatever it is. I can't make out what it is. Oh, it's another nice bream. It's a lovely bream. Oh, it's a cracking bream, it really is. If I can get her in. Yes! Oh, brilliant stuff. The second bream of the session. Oh, crikey, and every bit as big as the last one. Oh, blimey. Could even be bigger, this one. Oh, this is brilliant. This is... I had to wait a while for this. Persevering, you know, changing the baits a bit. This was on double caster. Well, my PB bream so far is £4 8 ounces. We had that one this morning, the first cast of £4 4. This one has smashed my PB. It's now £5. What a lump this is. Look at that, look. What a fish. And it's very feisty as well, powerful. £5 bream, that's on double caster. So the first one today came on worm. This one's on double caster. I've got the tactics spot on today, no doubt about that. No doubt about that. Right, let's get her back. So that's a bream of £5, which is now my PB. Brilliant stuff. Right, let's get her back in. I'm not fishing at the moment, I've just had a bite to eat. I'm just having a cup of tea now. It's just gone 3:05. As you see, another look at the swim on fishing. And that's where I'm getting them from, over there. Which is where I'm constantly feeding, over there. They're not big bites, they're not big bites, they're taps. These bream. But my God, you know, when you've got one on there, God, now I've put up a scrap. It might have even been a bigger one that I lost this morning, because that was big, you can tell. So I don't think I'm going to bother with the float today. There's no need to. I'm quite happy using the feeder at the moment. It's working. So I'm not getting loads and loads of bites, but I'm getting enough, you know, to keep going with it. Now, it could get better towards evening. Still looking for a tench, but I'll be well happy catching these bream, definitely, on the river, no doubt about that. Right. You see under the old sheep. I've got a bunch of worms on there this time. All the time still trying to cast out into that same area. I don't think we're going to have any problem with the tide today. Thank goodness. So I think it's about 5 metres, 5.1 metres today, which ain't too bad really for up here. It's when it starts getting to 6 metres, and that is when you start, you know, starts coming over. There we go. Bit of interest there. I must say these worms are a brilliant bait. If I was using maggots now, I reckon I'd be getting roach and rudd all the time. So we'll try a couple of grains of corn in a minute on the next one. Right, so it's gone a little bit quiet. Great to be back on the river again. This is what it's all about for me. This is what the fishing really is, you know. Now the worm's still on there. I think what I might do is try a worm and corn cocktail. We'll see what if that produces anything. So there's a variety of ways you can use your bait, you know. All the time keep filling that feeder up with groundbait, getting it out there in the same spot. Packing it in there. There we go, like that. Hold that back a bit, I was going shooting over into the reeds. Right, so we've got a worm and corn cocktail on there now. See if that can. So I haven't got my float rod set up yet, but I probably will set one up a bit later. But if I feel there's no need to, then I won't, if I'm still getting plenty of bites on the feeder. Yes, it's a bite. Ooh. Not on there though. Should have left that a bit. Yeah, that was a bite, definite bite. the right baits today for Tench and Bream. You know, that may well have taken the bait. No. It's taken the corn anyway. The worm's still on there. Oh, I'm in. Oh, this is. Oh, blimey. No idea what this is. Ah, I'm not going to find out either. Not going to find out. The hook's pulled out. Damn. Blast. Well, I've caught two and I've lost two. Flip here now, Alan. I wonder what that was. Yet again, another nice fish. Could have been a bream, could have been anything. Okay, right, we keep persevering. That's on worm. Getting it in that same spot again. So I'm glad I bought my bigger landing net. As I say, I've got two with me, because that last fish, that was a big fish. That struggle, yeah, I would have struggled to have got it in my other landing net. There you go, some taps again. There we go, nearly up past 3 now. Probably taking the worm off, I don't know. There we go. There's a bite. We had a shoulder bream down there virtually all since the start of the session. There's a nice little sight, a couple of swans and their family, Mr. and Mrs. Swan and their family. It's a lovely sight on the river, look. Brilliant. Really beautiful June afternoon here on the, oh, that's a bite on the River Adur. Another bite there. Might be on there. Maybe not. Joke is, I've had two, but I could have had 4. Should have had 4. Look at that, look, what a lovely sight. Mr. and Mrs. Swan and family. On the rod tip, on the rod. Nearly 20 to 4 now, plenty of time. So I probably won't be out next week. A bit busy next week. It'll be the week after, and it'll be a session on the waggler, yet again after Tench or Bream. I'm not sure where yet. It'll be on the main river, that's for sure. Well, it's definitely gone quieter, so I've decided I'm going to turn to luncheon meat and just see what it's like. I said, didn't I, when I fished that Passage Pond and I had all those carp on luncheon meat, I will try it on the river and just see if it is any good. So like that, bit of luncheon meat and a caster. Let's see how we get on there. That's what you have to keep doing, keep experimenting. This is very strong stuff, that bacon grill. I say it was brilliant on the commercials, but what it's like here I don't know. I just had a nice pull on the luncheon meat. Don't think it's on there. Yes, is it on there? No, it's not. I'm wondering if that's a chub because it was a pull. Twice it done it. Encouraging. I know it's not the species I'm after, but I won't turn it down if I can get one. 20 to 5 now, nothing to report. Yeah, I wasn't at all well last week. Well, for a little while actually, and it all started on when I told you I came up here last Sunday to have a look round. I was absolutely fine that day. No, it wasn't last Sunday, the Sunday before I believe. But then when I got up in the morning, I felt really cold and shivery. Flipping, I was freezing, I was. I had to keep doing hot water bottles. Yeah, I had to keep doing hot water bottles. And this lasted for, nearly all last week. Nearly all last week this lasted. I really didn't feel well at all. I don't know whether I'd overdone it or not, I don't know, because I had that long bike ride up West Town Farm. That was, I say, that was 2 hours and 15 minutes one way. Of course, you know, that's, but I seemed fine for a few days after that. Then I say on the Sunday, not only did I come up here on my bike, but I'd done some decorating in the morning, and then after dinner I came up here on my bike to have a look round. And I think I might have overdone it a bit. And yeah, so I didn't get out on the day I was going to get out on the 16th of June, on the Sunday. That's when I was going to come out. So, and then when I decided to come up here yesterday on my birthday, and I got that puncture. I had to go home, you know, sort my bike out, and then I thought, well, blow it. I want to come up here today. I will get up here this week somehow, and I've got up here today. It's been well worth it. 2 bream at the moment, one of £4.4, and one of £5, which has beaten my PB. Lost 2. Whether they were bream or not, I don't know, but they were decent fish, both of them. Whether I'll get a chance for a third, I don't know. I've still got plenty of time. $20 to 5, but it has gone quiet. It's definitely gone quieter. There's a touch there. I've got luncheon meat on there at the moment with a couple of casters. A couple of taps just now on it. So peaceful up here though. It's, and as I said to you 100 times before, it's entirely different down by the bridge itself, which is a shame because it can be very good down there, but you've got no chance. You know, there's so many people down there. You know, dogs jumping in the water right next to where you're fishing, literally in your swim and that, and people just don't seem to care, you know. So I'd much rather come up here, somewhere where it's more quieter, peaceful, and it's good. Yeah, it's good up here. Amazing though, and you get that bream on the first cast of the morning, and you sort of think, I wonder how many I'm going to get today. This gives me a great chance of getting several. But at the moment it's just the 2. I could have had 4 and should have had 4, but I've caught 2 and lost 2. But as I said to you, they didn't half put up, well, as you've seen, they didn't half put up a scrap. A lot different to the bream on these commercials, especially passes, blimey. Just like pulling in a dead weight. Not on the river. It's great to beat my PB though, brilliant. So now I'll be looking for anything over £5 now. We're in here. Doesn't feel big at all. But it's a fish. It's a rod. There we go. Well, it's the first fish and the first proper bite I've had for quite some time. Not the target species, but at least it's a fish. And it's a nice rod. And he's certainly gone for that worm. Mate, that's rod number 3, I believe. There we go. Brilliant. I haven't got many in the keep net. It's about 3 or 4 fish, that's all. As I say, I'll put the bream in there. But alright, let's keep persevering, just hope those bream come back again. A nice fish just surface just down there. Hopefully the fish are coming back again. Let's hope so anyway. This old chair's on its last legs. Up past 5 now. Where's a bite? fishing down there. That is unusual. Don't normally see anyone fishing. I wonder what that sound was. Somebody throwing bait in their swim up. Yes, I am surprised. I think there might be a couple of anglers down there. Yeah, there is. I can hear them talking. They're really heavily baiting it up, very heavily, so they could be carp anglers. I don't know. It's me saying earlier that I've never seen anyone fishing up here apart from pike anglers. Well, it's 5:45 now. Nothing happening at the moment at all. I'm hoping it let the Bream switch on again within the next hour or so. Because I've got the sun in the lens of the camera now, which is a bit of a problem, but because of the swim I'm in I can't change it really. It's a beautiful evening, early evening here on the River Adur, here at Betley Bridge. 2 Bream to my name at the moment. Could I get a third before the session ends? Or a tench? Well, it's nearly 6:25 now. Nothing to report. Nothing to report at all. Except to say it's an absolute beautiful, beautiful evening here. It really is. But the bites I was getting earlier seem to have gone now. There's still hope. Still hope. Oh, this chair is flipping at it, I think. You know, there's still a chance. Nearly 6:25, and I'm going to give it till 7. We'll stay here till 7 and we'll see how it goes. And all the action on this session seems to be in the first half of the session, more than the later stages of it. So I won't be out next week because I'm busy next week doing a lot of decorating and that at home. I must get that done. But the week after, I'm definitely out again the week after, weather permitting, for another Tench Bream session on the Waggler this time. But it won't be here. It'll be somewhere else. Well, a 4th different species. Wasn't expecting this fella. A perch. So that's 2 Bream, 3 rudd, a roach and a perch. Great stuff. There we go. Brilliant. 7:25. I'll give it another half an hour. Yeah, so that's 4 different species we've had now, but no tench. No tench. Still, as always, next time. So I'm well delighted with what I've caught today. Absolutely over the moon. So it does stay light later now, doesn't it? So, you know. I might give it till 7:15. It's a beautiful, beautiful evening now. Not sure what this is. Oh, it's a perch. Nice one. Yes, nice perch. Pulled the old rod tip, then half spring round. I thought it was a chub for a minute. Oh, it's a nice perch. Oh, great. Right, a summary of the session. It's 7:10. I've more or less packed up now, so I've just got to tie my rods on my bike and then I'll be away. It's been a really, really good session. The first one of the new river season. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I really have. I come up here today for Tench or Bream. They were the two fish I was targeting, and I managed to get one of them anyway, twice. So I'm well happy with that, and I've broken my PB as well. So I ended up with a Bream of 4 pound 4 ounces on the very first cast of the session. I lost another one, which was either a Bream or is something decent, on the second cast. And then I had the second Bream, which was 5 pound, which beat my PB, which was originally 4 pound 8 ounces. So I'm well pleased with that. It was just over 5, so I'm giving it 5. So and then I lost another one, which was decent as well after that. Again, it could have been a Bream, I don't know. But yeah, and then also 2 or 3 perch, 2 or 3 rudd and a roach to make it 4 different species today, but no tench. But never mind, there's always next time, which will be, it won't be next week, because as I say, I'm quite busy next week. I've got decorating to do at home, so it'll be the week after that, and it'll be on the waggler, and it'll be for tench again. See if I can get one next time, or a Bream, you know, because it doesn't matter, you know, either would be great. So it's been a fantastic session up here today, thoroughly enjoyed it. First one of the new river season here at Betley Bridge. Hope you've enjoyed the video. I've certainly enjoyed fishing up here today. Definitely enjoy your own angling when you get out, definitely do that. Thank you very much for subscribing to my fishing channel, very much appreciated, and pressing the like button. That's, you know, thank you very much for that, and I'll see you again on the next one. Bye for now.